What's up, everybody? It's the Chill Scrub. I hope you guys are having an excellent day. Today is a back and shoulder day. You know, deadlifts, overhead presses, lat raises, all that good stuff. Finally hit a new PR. I went from 365 to 385. That is my new deadlift 1 rep max. But let's go ahead and get into the topic. So, the topic is essentially getting out of the past, and what I mean by that is a lot of us, when we don't get the validation that we need at an early age, or the validation that we need in certain areas of our lives, let's say middle school, high school, right? When we become full mature adults, if we're not cautious and we don't pay attention to our own behaviors, we will try to make up essentially for what we perceive as lost time. Speaking from personal experiences, I've definitely done that, especially in my early 20s. So let's take a trip down memory lane with me, and I'm pretty sure a lot of you can relate to this. When I was 16, 17, 18, pretty much in high school, I wasn't the most popular kid. I was pretty poor. You know, I lived in a pretty bad environment, right? And I would be lying to you if I said I didn't want friends, or I didn't want to have the nice things, or I didn't want these opportunities, so forth and so forth. And because I didn't get that validation at an early age, by the time I got in my 20s, my early 20s, and I finally got a chance to actually reenact these things that I missed in my high school and some of my middle school years, I went overboard with it. The saddest thing about it is that I can't make those years up. And the saddest thing about it, another sad thing about it is, the more you try to make up those years, the more pathetic it looks. And I'm not trying to be mean when I say this, but it's just the truth, right? And as I'm 29 years old, I'm coming to the crushing reality that, hey, you're not meant to be the popular guy, and ain't nothing wrong with that. You have always been the oddball, and you always will be, and I'm pretty sure a lot of people can relate to that. They don't want to admit it, but let's think about it. A lot of the people that we see on PlayStation Network or Steam or Xbox or whatever are typically the outcasts, right? The people that are super artistic, the people on Twitter that do all these other things. Those tend to be the outcasts, right? Those are the ones who tend to conform their thoughts to what everybody else want to say, but behind closed doors, they're a totally different person. But going back to the whole past thing and how we just cannot make that back up, and the more you try to do, the more pathetic it looks. When I go to my job, or I just talk to people around my age, as a person who has been through it, trying to, you know, compensate for things that I lacked in my past, when I see the other behaviors, I look at it in pity almost. It's crazy to think that you can never enjoy what's in front of you. In my case, or in my earlier years, I couldn't truly enjoy my adulthood in my 20s because I was too busy trying to fix teenage years over things that I know I can never get, right? And as I'm 29, I will not make that mistake in my 30s. You know, I have accepted the fact that my 20s are over, right? And ain't nothing wrong with that. It's cool. Like, essentially, like, when I listen to music and I look at what people listen to, and I listen to some of the songs I listen to that are old, I'm like, it's kind of crazy, because when I think about it, the people in their early 20s, they weren't alive when these songs came out, or if they did, they're too young to remember what they are, right? They probably like heard it from siblings or mom or dad or whatever, but they don't have any like true memories of this song. It doesn't resonate with them the same way it resonates with me. You know, I have gotten over the fact that I'm no longer a child anymore, and I know a lot of people have that issue. They don't want to address the fact that they're actually getting older. And this is definitely going towards my older crowd, the 25 plus crowd. We have to accept the fact that we're getting older. A lot of behaviors that we do, it's not harmful necessarily, but in the long run, it could be extremely harmful if not checked. Again, trying to make up for past situations, knowing damn well you can't go back and reverse time. The only thing you can do, take it from experience, is live the best life you can now. And this is what I'm trying to do through my workout video, through my YouTube channel. And I really hope that somebody that was like me, especially in my middle school and high school years, will hear this. The message that I really wanted to hear or needed to hear at the time that I didn't hear. You know, make the best of what you can while you can. And, you know, look back and you're like, oh, well, this happened, but I can make this better, you know. And this is definitely going out to a lot of my FGC people, a lot of gamers. Do not sit here and let your life pass you by and then try to make up for it. You cannot. Time is the most valuable resource you have. You can make more money. You can find better friends. You can move to different places. But that time, you cannot get it back. And how you spend it will dictate how you be in the future, especially when it comes down to behaviors. I realized as my mid-20s that I'm acting extremely childish. You know, spending money on clothes I don't need, outlandishly spending money on shoes and consoles and guitars. And don't get me wrong, I used to play mental gymnastics with myself saying that I really need these things and I'm going to break even and I'm going to find a way to make this to make money. No, I'm buying this because I didn't get a chance to. Mom and dad did not buy this shit for me when I was a child, or when I was in middle school, or when I was in high school. And the saddest thing about it is that I got ostracized for these things. And I'm pretty sure I can guarantee you, I will say about 7 out of 10 people can truly relate to what I'm saying. And for those people, you don't have to write in the comment section. You don't have to put your business out there. But I know, right? I've really been there. So you try to compensate with bread. And here's the thing, the people that you're trying to talk to and, you know, you're trying to mingle with or whatever, they don't care. They already done that. It's past time. Like it's past due. They don't care. Going back to the video with the whole E-Thug thing, a lot of this stimulates from they got bullied and shoved in lockers in high school. And the only way they can let out that pent up frustration from the years and years of mental and physical abuse, social abuse too, is by reenacting that on the internet. They get to be this big tough guy that they never were or never could be or think they couldn't be in real life, right? I promise you, a lot of these E-thugs or whatever, a lot of these thoughts, if they had good role models or good friends or good family members, I promise you they would have turned out into a different person. I know I would have. You know, if I look back at myself at 29 and I look at my body and it looks great to me, you know, I'm to each his own, you know, everybody has their own opinion. I like my body for what it is. But I always think, like, what if I would have started 9 years ago when I was 20, right? And the problem I have, and I know like this message to a lot of young people are going to fall on deaf ears, is the fact that I was 22 and I know that I wasn't going to listen. If I could go back in time and tell myself exactly what to do, I know I wouldn't listen. And the reason being is because at 20 years old, no matter how mature you think you are and how much you think you know, you don't know shit. You really don't. If I can go back to 20 now, knowing what I know now, of course I would be a lot better, but you can't. So a message that I always say often is, you know, make decisions now that your past self will be proud of and your future self will be proud of. So by the time I hit 35, the goal is to be, you know, look back at me at 28, 29 and say, I made the right decisions. I decided to take care of my body. I decided to take care of my debts. I decided to eat better. You know, I decided to watch my circle and who I be around. All these videos I make is not just for you. I'm not preaching at you. I'm going through it with you. So I don't want anybody to ever think that I'm preaching at you or that I'm better than you or I'm some guru or I got it figured out. No, I don't. No, I don't. This is just pieces of advice that I've learned the hard way, and hopefully you don't have to learn the hard way either, you know. But going back to the topic of living in the past, like I try my hardest not to do that. And even now, as I'm making this video, I am going down memory lane with the music that I listen to, and it reminds me of my younger self. Hence this video today. It reminds me of what I used to be, And although I can enjoy the music, I know I never can become that person again, you know. Nor do I want to. I don't. I look forward to the next day, you know. I don't try to live in the present or don't try to live in the past. I just try to do what's best as I possibly can at the moment, you know. For all my nerds out there in the FGC, I hope you find, if not me, somebody else that is a positive role model in your life that inspire you to actually do something. Don't just listen and don't just watch. Actually go out there and do something to accomplish something. Right now I'm going to finish up my last set, probably one more set of weighted ab crunches. I hope you guys have a great day. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe to the YouTube channel if you enjoyed the videos. Also follow me on social medias like Instagram, Twitter. If you like these gym videos, please comment down if you want to see more of these. I can post more of these. I can show you how I do things. I can give you a regimen and all that. But with all that being said, guys, I hope you have a great one, and I'll catch you next time. Peace.